show them lots of love. And again, you can follow The Fifth Woman on all of your social media. We have cards to tell you more about us, and we'll talk to you after the show.
But my stage name is Designer, so I want to read this piece for you all. So, I couldn't ride 2 roller coasters at Dollywood because my boobs were too big. My hips fit perfectly in the seat, but my gut puckered out a bit too much, so I couldn't quite squeeze in. I watched my 2 skinny friends enjoy the time of their life while I stood on the deck with 2 quick passes in hand, embarrassed, because the ride operator didn't quite see the oblivious shame that he inflicted on me. I am fat. And for a while, I would listen to Trinidad James vouch for my denial. She ain't fat, bruh. That day I wanted to cry. But Daddy taught me big girls don't cry. And I was 25. Loving yourself completely is never an easy feat. I wanted badly to love myself, but I managed to slip into this cycle of Ajita, rewinding my life issues and failures over and over again, analyzing and reanalyzing, and my heart burnt from the regurgitation. Sometimes I think I could just psychoanalyze myself like it's some sort of therapy, somehow discover all the new things that I once was missing. But I'm missing out on what's beyond the chasms of my own prescriptions of diet plans and weight loss goals. With a personality driven by spontaneity and intuition, you'll learn that I'm not a selfish person, but I tend to march to the beat of my own internal drum. Clearly, that has been to my detriment. 2 roads diverged. I'd rather choose the one with the least resistance, because it's easier. All of the natural proclivities and skills and talents call me Jackie of all trades, but I'm a master of none. That's a utility. No, that's a problem. Discipline has been the best friend that I have hated, constantly in my ear begging me to be persistent, be consistent. But I didn't know those traits on the first name basis. I'd much rather use them like diva superstars. They just make me look better. Lies to cover lies, but these lies don't cover thick thighs. Truth pins me to my bed every morning. I wrestle with my pants. I'm tapped out. My struggle's not just about my weight. This is a fight for my life. We don't really live our lives in compartments, even though we try. I guarantee if you look closely, issues in one area of our life have a way of appearing in others. Sometimes I feel like I'm losing, but I'm really gaining. Only truth isn't self-deprecation. Though it appears that I'm bursting at the seams, I will not be confined to my own repression. This diamond sees the blemish, so baby, bring on the pressure. Exposing my ugly may make me sweat, but I'll shine in the heat of the moment. Don't take your eyes off of me, because if you do, you'll miss this transformation. It ain't over until this fat lady sings. Perfection is not my goal, and it's definitely not to please you. So my end game is to love me and all of me. Thick to thin, my commitment is to stay. I'm just sharing an honest moment that I've written on the pages of my heart. The scale may teeter back and forth, and I may never ever be able to really wear skinny jeans. But what you just witnessed is a big girl conquering insecurity. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Daje, and the poem I'm going to share with you is called Black Moon. Why you wanna fly, like bird? You ain't ever gonna fly. No place big enough for holding. All the tears are gonna cry, 'cause your mama's name is lonely. daddy's name was pain, and they call you Little Sorrow, 'cause you never loved again. I could never find the end of the maze. I'm not even sure how I got here. All I know is that I had clipped wings, so I ran. I ran through the shadows. I ran around paths that were meant to be forgotten. I ran around the twists and the turns that shape-shifted into the corridors that adjusted to the temperamental mass inside that beats only sometimes when it feels inspired, and sometimes when it remembers to love the taste of air. See, I have been running around this maze for years. I have planted my dreams upon its walls. I have longed to sing holy whispers to the wind, but the height of the walls have blocked my skin from breeze. It has shielded my heart from the rain, and after the storms, my fist would soar through the darkness and beat at the bricks to get out, only managing to grind up a frustrating mixture of blood, skin, and dirt, because sometimes all I wanted was to look free, as if this maze weren't wrapped around my unanswered questions and the memories I still felt in my veins, like, why did Daddy leave? Where did Mommy go when she was angry? Why did she get married again to a man who was insane? Why did he hit her? Why did he call her a bitch? Why did he try to kill my brother? All I wanted were answers, so I clenched my fist and I beat at the walls, thinking that all of my family could crumble them, only to end up in the dirt in the dark with my fist crammed into my eyes like a 2-year-old, so frustrated that these walls wouldn't move how I wanted them to. The darkness brought chill to the neck hairs. They stood up and stretched. My skin felt the whispers of unfulfilled promises. Bones buzzed like they did when I had insomnia at 12. Knees trembled like they did at 16 from the beginning. I had clipper wings, but clipper wings didn't stop me. I worked this maze. I put on my best shoes. I picked up my black wings and I strutted through these gardens, crushing truths before they'd even begun to grow. I knew bitter by her first name. I slept with anger in my bed, and I accepted that the wind would never come and lift me out of this maze, and the sun shone down on me on her hottest days. I knelt in the soil. I leaned my face against the coolness of the brick wall, and I dreamed, yes, I dreamed. I dreamed of gentle breeze, because the only time that the wind would ever come around was in the storm, and I hated those. I ran from those, never wanted to get my wings wet, never wanted to try to find the holy in this bad. And what would the wind do if it found me? Would it lift me? Would it try and heal my pain? Then I got caught. The wind did find me in the dirt, in the dark, still dreaming of open skies, and said to me, what do you think you're doing? Told me to get up. Told me to get up off the ground. Told me to stop whining. Told me to open up my hands and learn how to receive. Told me to stop complaining. Told me to open up my wings. Told me to listen to my lies and see if they made sense. I believe that I wasn't good enough for love. I believe that my dreams were too big to be feminine. I believe that I was to live beneath the fist of men. And he told me, you are not the sum of your daddy issues and your scars. You are not the broken endings of promises. You are my rain catcher, my vagabond wanderer. You are my dream snatcher, and you can hold the stars in your palms if you want to. Take off those shoes now. You don't need anything more than I gave you when you were born. I have redeemed you to be enough, my blackbird. Open up those wings. We will show them how far you'll fly with clipped wings, my blackbird. You will fly because you want to. These walls cannot hold you. Thank you.
Y'all too quiet. I can't take that. I mean, I know I have a certain presence, but damn. Alright. My name is Jasmine. Baby J if you're nasty. You know that feeling when you feel completely open? When you feel the most unsafe but freeing? Opening yourself up to endless hopes and dreams and tangible nightmares that rip you at the seams, and you feel uneasy because you're not so sure, but you're so sure. That flutter in your belly, you can't contain a sensation, so you pause, you wait. It feels scary, apprehensive, but it delivers your spirit. You find yourself at home, like when your soul was sent to your body, flesh and bone, awakening everything inside. It lights up, it glows, there's nothing it can hide. Your heart beats slowly, then picks up beat inside, feeling like a drum, so your rhythm keeps in time. You breathe, it's hard, can't catch your breath. You struggle to walk with every single step, but you manage, you make it, and then you wept, cause you couldn't believe how naked you felt. Naked, open, open, naked, naked, open, open, naked, naked, open, open, naked. Y'all can snap with me, it's okay. I know it's hard to show them who you are, to bare your soul, to show your scrapes and scars, but you're in control. Can't ever go too far. It's your journey, your road, your choice to show your heart. Scary it seems when the clothes all drop. Your mask disappears, but the beat don't stop. Hesitating and waiting, your senses in shock. Trying to be strong when you want to just flop. Got your heart beating and beating, you want to just run, but the thrill seeking is weak and it can't be done. Goosebumps feeling, you're chilling, your fear has come. You're open, you're showing, you overcame and you won. Naked, open, open, naked. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Summer Awa. There are moments I surprise myself, dreaming of a perfect snapshot of a gemstone, your hand in mine, making promises life doesn't know if we can keep. I've never taken a leap of faith, but suddenly I'm floating above everyone on stage, making a statement that says, I believe in us. But the other moments are all too familiar, the flip side of the coin, the fear of time itself and everything that moves. How can I ask you to sacrifice for me? There will come a day when sleepless nights turn into one too many, when you pack your bags and your dreams and wake up to find mine on your front porch, evicted by my own inner voice, an etch-a-sketch, being shaken every time you fashion the magnetic shavings into a reason to stay. Am I worthy? Your love is unconditional, but I can't help but think that I missed some fine print, and so I just keep reading through the contract, never quite ready to sign on, running from terms that I might have already breached. I am an imposter, soon to be exposed as a fraud. I don't know why or how, but I know your faith in me is misplaced. I do the opposite of what I feel, lowering myself into my own grave, pushing you into the deep end because I myself am drowning, but you are not a lifeguard. And I cannot keep waiting on a savior. They told me to love myself first. I didn't listen. And now every problem is an accusation, every sad smile a broken heart, every raised voice a shattered dream. I was taught to defend myself. I learned to always see tears on the horizon, slammed car doors, and the returning of gifts, the inevitability of what we call love. I can't shake it. For every clear vision of our grandchildren, there's another of a shadow woman. The more I buy into this wish, the more hope seeps out of my soul. It can't possibly be true that you would want the shred that's left of my paper heart, small enough to fit into a fortune cookie and predict the worst possible future. But love, you cracked it wide open. You etched the lucky numbers in the palm of my hand. You see the good and praise it. You pretend not to know that fortune cookies are made in a factory in Los Angeles. You accept the positivity no matter who printed it. You are all of what I cannot be myself. We both know I lack a suspension of disbelief. It's why I can't watch fantasy films and I'm frustrated by magic tricks. Fairy tales are not true. Fairy tales are not true. Fairy tales are not true. I am sorry for my lack of faith, for the mistakes I have not made yet, for the times you were too polite to say shut up and hold me, and the times I was too stubborn to do it anyway. Because love is work. Love is you first. The glass slipper doesn't always fit. Sometimes they have to special order your size. I am not leaving until you put me out yourself. Today I am extending my lease, and I will do more than just pay rent. Thank you.
I'm Origins. I'm excited to share with y'all. I hope she writes you poems about how your bottom tooth is just out of place, and that it's the perfect asset to your face. And I hope she writes you poems about the birthmark on the backside of your shoulder, and how it can holster a map of foreign lands, and how your hands are monstrous in design, fitting perfectly into mine. I mean hers. I hope she writes you poems about your eyes. I've always said they were elephant-like, have the temperament of a storm tucked under calm waters. You ought to quit hiding those currents. It was just a deterrent to us, but I wrote you so many poems. Daily monotony hummed a melody and I wrote to you. While cooking or laundry, Netflix or laughter, metaphors and adjectives ran laps around happily ever after. My love for you was drawn in cursive. I never intended to pick up my pencil. An infinite stream of highs and lows, but it ended, and now I'm left alone. You stopped reading once you solved the mystery. And I wonder, when exactly I became an accessory. You weren't writing me poems, only taking notes on how to become a better man, but I didn't want a better man. I just wanted one with a plan to stay, and you embedded my bed frame with pictures of forever. Did you lie to me? She may be beautiful, but she's incapable of creating art with your darkest marks like I did. Entirely imperfect hallways became galleries, and you were always my favorite show. A patron for the heart. And I didn't want to leave, but in reality, it was just an exhibit. And I had purchased a ticket. I fell in love with the art you replicated, literacy of my heart, but never really yours. You didn't even turn the page. Just a lazy listener thinking love fades and waiting on that upgrade. This is not charades, this is real life.